I woke up from a nightmare. My deadbeat dad was beating on me and beating on me, and my mom joined in, and they were both massively drunk. They beat on me to the point where I stopped breathing, and when I woke up, I was drenched in sweat. So that day, I went downstairs to see if my mom was home. She usually works late, and like I was used to, she wasn't there. Just left me a note saying, "I love you, hun. Have a good day at school. Hopefully see you tonight. I may have extra hours though, so if not, I'll try to greet you if I'm not too tired. Food's in the oven." So I went to eat, and after that I went down to school. On the way there, I was greeted by the local bullies. They're all mostly rich snobs who come from high society families and make a lot of money, but I just tried to ignore them as they were calling me a ginger, a redhead, saying I have no soul, telling me that I'm a freak and I should just drop out of school, even though I have straight A's in most of my classes, all except for English, because the teacher is like them, that, and he's really, really boring. So I ended up making it to school, tried to avoid getting in fights with them, even though they made that kind of hard. So I go through a long, boring day of English and then math, etc., etc. And on my way home, I was jumped by the same bullies that were insulting me earlier. I barely made out of it with only a few bumps and bruises, but I pretty much ran home, only to see another note on the table from my mom. She says, "I'm going to have overtime tonight. I made you some dinner, though. Eat it as you please." I proceed to eat my dinner. My mom made me burgers and fries. It's the usual thing she makes me, actually. But to my dismay, I hear knocking on the door, and it's the bullies. I answer it, didn't want to be too rude, and they jumped me. And then I threw in a few good punches, gave one of them a black eye, but it was 3-on-1. They proceeded to say, "I knew it. He doesn't have a family. No one's home. Wonder what he did to them. He's a freak." As after beating the crap out of me, they spit on my face and left. I thought to call 911, but who are they going to believe? The kid who's never seen with any parents? Or the bullies who have families that more than likely will just pay them off? So I just take a shower and I go to bed. I wake up later on that night, though. I wake up to a scratching on the floor as he walks up. "Hello. It's been a few nights, hasn't it? I still remember you as the same little boy who told me get out of his room instead of almost peeing himself, unlike all the other little kids. That's why I'm always here for you. Now they beat you again, didn't they? Too bad for them." As he proceeds to wipe off what looks like blood. "So, as you probably can tell, it's theirs. I was sick of it. You don't deserve that. You don't deserve to be beaten by little wimps like them. And in the most dishonorable way, too. By attacking one in a group. So, they called you a ginger. So I made them gingers too. Dyeing their hair in their own blood. And then dripping little red dots all over their faces. You should have seen them.
You should have heard their screams, the pain that I put them through, and the cold, dead faces they had after I was through. Oh, it was fun getting revenge for you. Just like I did when your parents tried to kill you, and they succeeded. That was the first time in a long time I cried after I brought you back.
Wait, what? I didn't die. I'm here now. There's no way I died. You must be crazy or something.
Don't you remember it? Your father, drunken off the bottle, and so was your mother. I broke the rules. You're never supposed to reveal yourself to a child's parents, and you're never supposed to truly harm, but I do it anyway now. I saw you, the only boy I had respect for, never scared of me. So, I murdered them in cold blood, and put a little piece of my soul into you to bring my one friend back. Like I killed your friends, but they aren't coming back. And now, join me. You only can become one once you're 18. And don't you remember? This is the day of your birth. Your birthday.
Why until now? Why not when I was a kid then? And I don't believe you. My mom leaves me notes every day.
No, I leave you notes every day.
That's impossible.
Is it? How many times have you seen your parents? They're always busy with work. Who stocks up the fridge all the time? Why does food magically appear? 'Cause it's me, feeding you, clothing you, taking care of you. Now become a boogeyman.